Hey, welcome back to my channel. My name is Adam Chang. I'm a registered physiotherapist, owner of the Lifted Lifestyle Physio and Coaching. Today's video is all about knee pain. If you're dealing with knee pain, especially difficulty straightening your knee out or bending it all the way, potentially having pain walking up and down stairs, this video is exactly for you. I'll be showing you simple exercises to help strengthen your knee, improve mobility, and progressions of those exercises. This matters a lot because when we sit, we don't use the muscles that act on your knee that actually help support your knee. So the muscles like the quads, the hamstrings, and the calves get weak. So what we're trying to do here is build up the strength and stability of the muscles and the joints around the knee. So we're trying to increase the capacity for you to function. First off, we're gonna start with something very simple. We call it a quad set. So first, you're gonna get into a long sitting position. It's best to do this either on the floor or on a yoga mat. Try not to do it on your bed because typically beds are too soft. So when I say long sitting, you're gonna be in this position right here. You're gonna take a rolled up towel and put it right under the knee. Have your heel touching the mat, and then all you're gonna do is push down into the towel, activating the muscles at the front of your thigh. And you're gonna point your toe upward. Hold this for 5 seconds and then relax, okay? So if you're feeling some pain in the knee, that's okay, as long as it's tolerable and it's not super sharp. Only push as hard as you can tolerate. So once again, push down into the towel, activating your quad, toe up. You might see your heel lift off a bit off of the mat, that's fine. And then relax. So you wanna repeat this for about 15 to 20 repetitions. If the knee is not liking this, then we're gonna get a bigger towel so that it's not as extended. Another thing we can do is take 2 fingers, one index finger from the right and the left, hold the kneecap, 1 finger on either side, and then perform the movement. Now we're not restricting the movement of the kneecap, we're actually just providing it with a little bit of a hug. And this usually signals that your knee is more stable and can really help with the recruitment of the muscles. The progression from the terminal knee extension, which is the one we just did, is the short arc quad. So basically, we are extending the knee, but we're gonna do it in a shorter range of motion. So we're gonna need something like a foam roller or a coffee tin actually works well. So we're gonna place this on the mat. We're gonna put your knee over the foam roller, toe pointing upwards, and we are gonna activate the quad muscle, lifting the heel off of the mat. Just like that. Hold for 5 seconds. Same thing, we wanna repeat 15 to 20 repetitions, and we do 2 rounds. You can add an ankle weight around your ankle to increase the resistance, or we can increase the range of motion. And this is what we call a long arc quad. And we simply do this in sitting. Same exact movement as the exercise before, but we're moving it through a longer range of motion. Same thing, toe pointing up, activating the muscles at the front. We can put a resistance band around the ankle, attaching it to something behind us. That will provide some resistance. Or, once again, we can use an ankle weight around the ankle just to increase the load on the quad. Same thing, 15 to 20 repetitions, 2 rounds. The purpose of the next exercise is to improve your bend in your knee. This exercise is called a heel slide. Okay, so same position, long sitting. For this, you might want to take your shoe off to decrease the resistance. And all you're doing is sliding your heel and bending the knee as far as you can. And for this, we can also add a little overpressure. And if this is too difficult, let's say the hamstring, the muscle at the back, which is the one we're working in this exercise, if that is too weak, for instance, after a surgery, after a length of time where you're immobilized and the muscle is very weak, we can put a strap or a towel, a bed sheet around the foot just to help assist the bend in the knee, just like this. Now, the progression to this one is to add some resistance to the hamstring. We can do that by putting a resistance band around the ankle and pulling in, or we could simply dig our heels into the floor while we pull the knee towards us. So it looks like this. Digging in, coming back. Digging in, coming back. For this, you want to pay attention to your back position because you don't want to round your back too much. It could get uncomfortable. We can also introduce the bridge. The bridge is a hip extension exercise, meaning you will be utilizing the muscles at the back of the body to help lift your hips up. So you're using the hamstrings at the back of the thigh, as well as the butt muscles called your gluteus maximus specifically. So for this one, you want to lay on your back with your arms by your side. Your feet should be roughly shoulder width apart. Slightly tilt your pelvis and raise your hips off of the floor. Come back down. Once again, like all the other exercises, you want to aim for 15 to 20 repetitions. If that is too difficult for you, that is okay. You're just gonna do as much as your muscles can handle. And then take a break, 2 minutes roughly, and then repeat it again for the second round. So the next one is actually a progression of the very first exercise we did. This is the terminal knee extension, but now in standing. And we're gonna do it with our backs against the wall using a pillow. Fold a pillow in half. The knee that you're working on, you want that heel to go right up against the wall. You're gonna put that pillow right behind the knee, and you want your buttock touching the wall as well. In this position, we're gonna activate the muscles at the front of the thigh and squish the pillow into the wall. And we're gonna do that holding for 5 seconds. And I want you to repeat that, once again, 15 to 20 repetitions, 2 rounds. This next exercise focuses on strengthening your calf muscles. Seated calf raise. So all you're gonna do is sit down on a chair or a bench and go up on your toes, raising your heels off. Now, when this becomes easy, we can apply some weight through the arms. Same thing, raising those heels. Repeating for 15 to 20 repetitions, again, for 2 rounds. We can even add a dumbbell or a kettlebell to the knee to increase the resistance on the muscle. This is what we call progressive overload. This next exercise we call the standing calf raise or heel raise. Now this is an exercise that strengthens the gastroc muscles, which are the big calf muscles at the back of the lower leg. Now these muscles are important because they propel you forward. The best way to do this exercise is standing up against the wall, because if you put your hands against the wall, you will feel more supported and you won't have to worry about stabilizing. So I'll show you right now. Stand facing the wall, put your hands on the wall for support, feet shoulder width apart, and you're just going up onto your toes, raising your heels. Now we can do this also single leg. If the two-legged exercise is too easy, this is a good progression. Do as many as you can do and count to see what the difference is from side to side. The average person should be able to lift their body weight 25 times on one leg. Now, if you can't, it's worth it to try to get to that point. Now, if you are an athlete, you're gonna have to do a little more than that because the demands of your activities are a lot higher. So aim for 25 repetitions. If you only get 5 to 10, that's okay. We're going to gradually get stronger. Have a seat on a chair or a bench that allows your hips to stay roughly 90 degrees. The lower the seat, the harder the exercise. This is one of the most functional exercises that you can do because most people have to get up and down from a sitting position and do it safely and independently. So this is an exercise that I have all of my clients work on. So all we're gonna do is sit with a nice erect posture, really engage these muscles here. So we don't wanna be floppy through the trunk. And first, we're going to lean forward until we get to roughly a 45-degree angle. All the weight should be placed on the foot. Make sure the heels don't come up. You could even reach forward just to create some momentum and then come straight up. Now, as you go down, same thing, nice and controlled. Stick your butt out, start with your hip, then bend your knees, and then come down. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed it and you see value, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. This is going to allow me to cast a wider net and help more people. All I ask for you is to show your support. There are links in the description below if you want to contact me for an in-person appointment. Till next time, Adam Chang signing off.